up with the least amount of effort so that I don't hurt myself.
So if I've been laying on the floor, watching TV or a movie and talking to a friend, one of the easiest ways to get up is to work with the top side of my body. My top arm, my hand is on the floor. If I, at the same time, press into the floor and reach with my top leg,
I can easily bring myself up to a sitting position. Then from here, if I rock forward, my hands out, I can get to my feet, one knee down, one knee up, back, so that I can stand straight up. When I get up this way, I'm using my legs because my spine is already vertical, and it's a lot easier. In order to move my head with the least amount of effort, I want to also engage the front of my neck and not just use my spine. If I want to turn my head using my spine, I can feel that. And then if I move my tongue and my throat to start the motion and turn my head, it moves smoother and easier. It's something to play with. Move from the back of your neck, your spine, to move your head. And now let the base of your tongue and your throat start the movement. Just shifts a little bit and then let your head move. There is an enormous amount of muscles in your throat. We have a little bone here, and that's where your esophagus, your throat are, and it's a column, just like your spine is a column. I can use my throat to support my spine when I move. So if I'm laying on my back, and I start to turn my head from the base of my tongue, and let that begin to spiral my spine and turn to my side. My head is still on the floor. If I reach long this way with my head as I press into the floor with my top hand and reach with my top leg, it's really easy to come to a sitting position. From my hands and my knees, if I rock back to a squatting position, I can either have my feet, my heels on the floor, or I can be up on my toes. Again, if I reach up with the base of my tongue, even my mouth and my head, that will help to lift me up as I stand up. I end up in about the same position in a back roll or front roll. I can extend up with my head and neck and down with my legs. I think what I would like to be able to do is to address the patterns that we have. And from my understanding is that all of the patterns we have in our body, we developed the base of them when we learned to go from infant to toddler and vertical, and then how we kept using our body. You know, we've all had like different problems, but to be able to, I don't know, come up with movements from the developmental movement that I have been studying. If you start playing with moving every bone in your fingers, hand, and wrist, it will shift all the way up your body, and it can really deeply affect your nervous system. Same thing when you start playing with all of that in your foot. It will come up and it can affect your nervous system, and it can change how you move. And it's not about gross motor movement of muscles. It's about the patterns in the nervous system that the nervous system then tells the muscles how to move. And that's hardwired in. So in order to shift it, You have to know what it is and then offer it a different way to move and then go back and forth between it. Because if you just try to hold the new pattern, you can't do it. It's like going from the, like, oh, your body knows, oh, there's others, and then one way is going to be the easiest and most beneficial for the body, and it'll start. That's what the hardwired will turn into. You know, I can do a double backflip.
Magic. I'm still recording, by the way, so I can.